It's silly. Okay, hey guys. This is Danietta with Mommy on a Mission, and it's been a long time since I have done a video. A lot has happened since I've been doing videos, and so today I wanted to do a video. And if you kind of follow my posts on Facebook, a couple things I was talking about, and I wanted to. One of the things I said was that I have a story that I want to share with you guys. And so in sharing that story, I really believe that it's going to bless other people who follow me and new people that will potentially follow me later down the line. So today, even though we're doing this video, so firstly, because you're probably like, who is this guy? We always see you with the girls doing videos or whatever, so who's this guy? Okay, so and I never really came on camera and talked about this, never really blogged about this, or if I said anything about the girls' dad, it was just, maybe they're with him or something like that. So just to be really, really transparent, why do you keep laughing? You silly. Okay, anyway, so not only is this the girl, is this man the girl's dad,
Hello.
but he's also legally my ex-husband, and
got the proof.
Shut up. Whatever. He is taking no long like that daggone.
Right.
Anyway, so but the purpose of this video and future videos that we're going to do is to really my whole vision is to show other parents that you can, number one, forgive each other. You can, do more than co-parenting. I'm not suggesting that everyone who maybe has gone through a divorce get back together. I'm not saying any of that. But the whole purpose of this is to really just give somebody hope. In terms of, if the relationship went sour, and just a little bit about our experience. And so, like I said, we are divorced. We are working on getting our family back. We are in one house right now. Well, not right now, Well, yeah, literally right now, but I didn't say right now as if that's going to change. So anyway, we are in one house, and the purpose of that is because we came to the conclusion that we really want to work on getting our family back together, working on what, things that we learned while we have been separated and out of the house together. So, in saying that, I want to ask my good friend, my good buddy, old pal.
Old pal, old friend.
So I want you to kind of give your thoughts of like what you experienced during the time we were separated or divorced, yeah. During that time that we weren't in the house together, from a male's point of view.
Lonely. And I hope I'm not screaming. I don't know. I don't really do video blogs too tough, but it's kind of cool to see yourself talking to other people. So, hello world who don't know me, but well, yeah, don't know me and I don't know you. But the real issue of it really is, I think I would say, and I'm supposed to look at the camera, right? Okay. Yeah. It's as they say, iron sharpens iron. If anything, I would say if you don't go through it, you really can't say much about it because you don't really know it until you actually done it or gone through it. So with having people in my corner, I would say to be encouraging, and then you always have those people who seem that they are on your team or they're trying to be the best support system they can, but yet they continuously throw out little negative slurs or not slurs, but just derogatory statements in a way that I would take personal when it came to her, even though she was the so-called culprit in the situation from my perspective, only on my way looking in that direction. So what this whole situation I would say has opened my eyes to see, and I'm hoping it will open others' eyes to see that if and I would say a big strong if, but if you could really put your mind to really wanting to change your situation with your spouse, the significant other, it can be done when both of you actually and wholeheartedly, uh, with of course trust, and you are building your trust, because believe me, it's hard to trust somebody who you going through the negative stuff with. You know, finances especially, because everybody know we need money to do this and that and the third. So you don't have it to shell out. Child support was a situation, but it was a situation, but it involved money, and they needed, she needed just as much as I needed. So it made no sense from the start to be in separate ends of the spectrum when you can simply work together from one end and then make your way to the opposite end of the spectrum and go back if you want to. But at least you're doing it together. So I would say in the most part of the struggle, it's a struggle. There is loneliness involved, but then you have confidants you find within family, your friends. You know, even in small conversations between she and I, it was kind of funny. We would probably be, you know, on eggshells speaking on the phone, but the conversation wasn't really that bad. You know, it was like, oh, okay, we didn't argue this time. So you know what, you really could make this work if you just really put your mind, you know, to it wholeheartedly again. And for the most part, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping I answered the question all the way, like right. But if I didn't, I'm analytical, and I always like to make sure I answer the question, you know, to how I supposed, you know, had been answered. But hey, I see myself. I'm kind of, you know,
You're silly.
Yeah, I know. I never did this before. It's funny. Hey, you know who this guy is? Oh, sorry. Oops. But yeah.
What? What are you talking about? Oops.
I don't know. She gave me a look like.
Oh, did I?
I was gonna hit you. Look at me.
Oh, what look was it? I wasn't trying to.
Oh, well, I saw it. You saw it, didn't you? Y'all saw it? Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, so okay, so outside of that, like, what do you think that, and I'm going to answer these same questions. I'm not just like pointing a finger, but you guys know me, and I'm trying not to make this video long because I'm going to do series of videos in terms of this. And you know, I always come on here kind of talking about how to make money or get fit and all that good stuff, but this time I wanted to, you know, just really change that pattern. What?
When she said changing the pattern, I'm sorry, because for those of you who know her, excuse me, seeing this side of her now, I would like to interject that whatever you all are trying to do as far as whatever your personal goals are, and you have situations such as ours, watch what happens when you actually work together as opposed to working against each other.
Yep.
I owe about $5,000 to my lawyer at this moment. Now we owe $5,000 to our lawyer at this moment. Not a problem. We're going to pay them, aren't we? Yes, we are. But
wait a minute, hold on.
About it.
We're working towards.
Wait a second. Excuse me. No. So the funny part about it is, yet we cost this bill. Can't say she. Can't say I. We conjured up this bill. We are going to knock this bill out and keep moving forward. So it's funny, again, if you trying to start her mommy on a mission, her everything, all that good stuff. Imagine trying to tote that, and children, twins, at the same time by yourself. Me on the other end, single parent dad, when I have the children, whatever I'm trying to do, master's programs, you know, I'm an educator, so trying to, you know, get certificate or add on to my certificate. It's a lot going when you're by yourself. But imagine when you work and she goes to work, gets off at 5. We off for the summer. Excuse me if I talk fast, but I say a lot in one breath. We get home. We'll have things situated and ready. So when she comes in, it's like we barter. We partnership. We work together. That's simply it. Fridays we're off. So she goes to work in the morning. We get up late, hang around, kick it, clean up, wash clothes. I can do that. My mama taught me how to do that. So why did I say, oh, that's the woman's job? She got to wash the clothes. She has to do the woman duties. Nah, I mean, I know how to handle my own. I cooked dinner last night. Pretty good, wasn't it? Not bad.
They didn't save me none.
Yes, I did. It's in the kitchen. I just said that. I told you that earlier. Yeah, I said that. The other corner was yours. See? But it's okay. I'm now learning to not take everything personal. Because at first, if that was to happen, it would have been a big argument. I did leave something. You didn't say, no, you didn't. You don't remember. Oh, boy. You know, but now knowing what had happened, to see and assess it, analyze it, what went wrong, and now take that back and bring it to this situation, but now use what we know now to assess the same situation that recur over and over again. It's just in a different form. You're going to get into an argument. Think about it. How many arguments have you gotten into? Millions. Notice, with different people. But what it is with an argument? Aggression, anger. You want to say something to somebody about something. All arguments are the same thing. You feel some type of way, you want to say it some type of way, and that's that. But it's still an argument. Didn't matter with whom, you still had an argument. But what if you thought about, well, can I reason within this disagreement of understanding? I like to call it that. Because when you argue, it gives you the connotation that, you know what, it might be a fight at the end of this point. As opposed to walking into, you know what, even if we don't agree, we can't agree to disagree and we can walk away. I don't know, but this is me being me.
With your hands a lot.
Yes, I'm a school teacher. Yeah. I love her. Sorry.
Ouch. I thought you ate all of these. Oh. Well, anyway, okay.
Always saving or something. I thought you need them all.
Alright, so anyway, what would you say is one lesson that you have learned during the time that we were not in the same household? One lesson or one thing about you.
One lesson
or one thing about you.
One thing about me, I know for a fact that I'm headstrong in whatever I put my mind to do. And in this particular case, I told God I wanted my family back. And I was going to do all of my power to show and as well say. Because actions do speak louder than words. So you would want to put forth that effort, that action. One thing about, what else?
It was either or.
Either or. Oh yeah, that's all. There's no or. I listen.
Okay, so anyway, I wanted to, and like I said in the beginning, I just really wanted to put this out there. I had I already knew that I wanted to share this. I just didn't know how I wanted to share this. And when I first started doing videos, I was very nervous. It was just a lot for me to do videos. And as I got used to doing videos, and it became easier for me to share with you guys. But like I said, I just shared more with you on how to do things, how to make money online, how to get fit, how to do this, how to let's lock arms together and do this together. But I wanted to, and with us sharing these videos, it's going to be a lot of transparency, and even times that, you know, we have to talk about it. So I don't know that part in terms of, you know, you guys hearing from the girls, you know, in terms of how they feel about it. I will, are you giving me the finger? Oh, no. I thought it was like, what? Anyway, so, you know, because you can hear from their side, even though they're 5, they're about to be 6, but they really will be able to tell you exactly what all of this did to them, or how they, not necessarily did to them, but how it affected them, I guess. So anyway, anything you want to ask me before we close this out?
Thanks for having me on for the first time. Wow, Grace, thank you for the impromptu. It's crazy how she did me, but it's okay. I like it this
because
way.
If I would have called him earlier, and I told him earlier that we were going to do a video today, he was like always ready. But if I would have told him what I was going to ask, then he would have prepped for it. And I want you guys to see, you know, like just flow with it.
That's my flow, but that's okay.
Yep.
Next time, no, I won't be a talk show host. But it's good to be back in the same house. 1. And 2, to see that there is strength. What is it? Unity and strength? Strength and unity? One of the two. You know, it's hard to be out there as pretty much when the U.S. goes to war, as they normally do. They don't send one person. They might send one drone, hurt a lot of things, but it's an army of people. The army gets the job done. So it takes a army as far as to make that mission accomplished. So if we have a mission, it's hard to do the mission when it's only one of you, but it's designed for 2 people. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you have a mission that you're on, you know, it takes you and someone else, and if that significant other is your significant other, and you are at differences, but you do have a common goal, then do all in your power to make sure the 2 of you reach that common goal. And no telling what will end up happening once you 2 are able to see eye to eye. One of my best friends, I recall telling me that that she and I needed to develop understanding, and that's my younger brother. I call him my brother, Brother Munjan. I just leave it at that. But Brother Munjan told me Hey, and he's younger than me, and that's the cool thing about it. You learn from people, and the way he expressed it, like you have to have an understanding in order to even move to the next level, because everybody's household is not the same. What you tolerate, someone else may not, or what she would tolerate, someone else may not. But it's between the two of you, and you have to work out and communicate. You got to talk, got to say what's what. You can't assume anything that's really hurtful to any relationship, because you can't think what the other person is thinking, or you shouldn't think for the other person. The other person should have a voice in the matter and an opinion. You should be respectful of that and consider it. You don't have to take it, no, but that's where conversation comes in, because the ability to reason, I think, is what makes this country. Well, let's not speak of the country. Uh, I would say interpersonal relationships within our own home, even though a lot of our homes have been broken and shaken. But imagine if we were able to communicate, if our parents were, and this dates back to slavery, because they figured out how to divide us as a family. First of all, they took the man out of the household, and they degraded him in front of the woman. So we as a people have a mental stronghold on us in the first place. So all this divorce and stuff seems normal, but unfortunately it has been passed down mentally generation after generation, because we have seen the total uh, plan, or yeah, I would say that, well, the total destruction of the black man. That's the ultimate goal in the first place. That's, if they get rid of us, men like me, it's gonna be hard for the rest of our people, black women and black children. Of course, we have other boys that are being raised, but being raised by the system, not helping. And if the mother is within the system, not helping, because the system has a way of keeping her dependent on the system, not on the man. We want the man to be, out of the picture, and we want the woman to depend on us. So masters say, going out there and get old Bethel. Because Bethel, she bred for this here, But then Jethro out there, he's still out there being whipped. And at the end of the night, master wife come around the backside and want to see Jethro. Old Jethro out there bleeding and crying. But Master in the out of house with what her name was? What I said, Bethel? Yeah, Bethel. Making up stuff. Sounds good. But then you want to kill Jethro because Jethro done slept with Master wife. But Master came and approached Jethro. What Jethro supposed to do? He hurt. He hit his woman every night getting taken by Master, and then Master come beat him for who knows what. I mean, we know the story. We know how it goes. But if we just got our mind, if we can get our minds away from it and actually reverse that situation, we could really change our nation as a people by itself within its own nation. We are one nation of colored, as they say, colored people. But to be I say negligent of your origin, and not really knowing who you really are, and the people and the strength that we come from, I don't see why we couldn't say and do the things that we want, that we have already done. We just gotten away from it. I think our natural born leaders have pretty much left or became dormant. That spirit in them has become dormant, and they want to hush and hide behind the other propaganda and the people who hoopla, saying that they're going to do this and the third, but not really being about the business of it. But outside of that, one love, I would say, one communication, I would say, and one family works for me. That's right. I forgot everything's the opposite. We're looking at the camera.
All right, so next video that we're going to do is I'm going to talk about why I actually filed for divorce.
Good topic. I'll finally know.
Don't even. And I'm not saying my reasoning, when you guys hear my reasoning, that it was good, that it was, but I'm going to be really honest and talk about that. Because, yeah. All right. Anything else? Peace out.
High five.
All right. Thank you guys. Love you.